Clemson safety Tanner Muse admitted he's far from an expert in the ways of the triple option offense despite being an integral part of such an attack in high school. The former Belmont, North Carolina, Shrine Bowler was a two-way player prior to his college career, amassing 1,292 rushing yards on 90 carries as a high school senior, including 6 100-yard rushing games. "I played one of the wingbacks," Muse said. "My coaches wouldn't let me play fullback because I was a little too tall, so I was the pitch man most of the time. I ran a lot of sweep plays." His former coaching staff would visit Georgia Tech to study under head coach Paul Johnson and his ways of running the option. The Yellow Jackets play Saturday at Clemson. "I know the plays fairly well, but I don't know all the wrinkles," Muse said. "Paul Johnson does a great job putting in different wrinkles, so my version is kind of watered down high school. They're such a blue-collar team like us and pride themselves on being physical. They've got offensive linemen coming 15 to 20 yards down the field trying to get you. The receivers also block their tails off. It's just hard-nosed football. That style fits perfectly for the hard-hitting 6'2", 220-pound redshirt sophomore in his first year as a starter after making his mark as a special teams ace last season. It's been a season of highs and lows for Muse, who ranks third on the team with 47 tackles. In Clemson's last outing in an October 13 loss at Syracuse, Muse posted a career-high 10 tackles and returned a fumble 63 yards for a touchdown to tie the game at 14-14. It was the second touchdown of his career after becoming the first Clemson freshman in 27 years to return an interception for a touchdown nearly a year ago against Syracuse. He punctuated the last score with a throat-slashing gesture that was penalized 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct and helped allow Syracuse to begin its ensuing possession at its own 40. The Orange took the lead with a field goal. Muse received an animated verbal lashing from coach Dabo Swinney and was benched for multiple series. "That was unacceptable and will absolutely not be tolerated here," Swinney said. "Just really disappointing, and that's not who he is. He just kind of got caught up in the moment and lost his mind. But he responded the way I hoped he would. He knows he hurt the team, and it was a selfish act." Muse said, "It's definitely a learning experience and was an immature move on my part. It won't happen again. Other guys on the team are going to learn from it, and I'm definitely going to learn from it." The week prior to the Syracuse loss, Muse was named one of 2 defensive players of the game by his coaches after 8 tackles in a victory over Wake Forest. He's registered at least 8 tackles in 4 consecutive games, a streak that began after he was ejected in the first quarter from the Week 3 win at Louisville for a targeting penalty. "He's done a lot of good things, had some big plays, and just like any other young player, he's had some bad ones too," Swinney said. "He's just a developing guy that's got a lot of football left in front of him, and when it's all said and done he's going to be a great player." Muse will be an important factor in trying to stop a Georgia Tech offense that ranks second nationally at 373 rushing yards per game. He'll need to stay disciplined from his safety spot and be ready to help stop the run while not getting sucked in on play-action fakes. The Yellow Jackets have only attempted 52 passes but average nearly 18 yards a completion and have 5 touchdowns, led by tall and fast senior wideout Ricky June, 15 catches for 267 yards and 3 scores. "They're very dangerous in the play action," Muse said. "You have to keep your eyes on the keys, and if you don't, for that one little second looking at the dive or in the backfield, then your guy is going to run right past you. They've got good speed on the edges, so being able to lock in on your keys is going to be a huge factor in this game."